This is one area I like to go to just hang out. Usually I would prefer to leave my phone and just, kind of ground and center myself with the earth. Um, and as you can see, it's a very quiet place. There's a lot of animals. This is just pure nature, getting away from everything. And I think that, well, there's a few people. I think that you have to do stuff like this every once in a while, just to get away. And when you walk across the rocks like this, it takes away all of your focus on everything else, basically. So it completely can help clear your mind. And a clear mind is a mind that can make more money, a mind that can think better, a mind that can know when to be quiet and when to speak. More importantly, a mind that is centered and quiet can more easily see the future. So it's important to come back to nature. I do believe this. It's always helped me. Climbing trees and getting out in the wilderness. And this is a really cool spot. And I'm going to show you the big pond where the waterfall is. It's a decent workout too. And again, back when it comes back to working out, it's good to do longer workouts where your heart rate is not elevated as high as, the intense weightlifting exercises that we do. So you want to also incorporate things like long walks for general heart health and circulation health, which is extremely important. Keep your blood circulation going. When the body stops moving, that's when it becomes diseased. And we are already, as humans, general populace is eating incorrect diets, which is contributing to obesity, early death. People should be living till 90, 95. Everybody. People shouldn't be dying at 76, which is about the average age that people die at, 76. That doesn't leave me with all that much time. So I've got to make it to 90. I always tell you guys, focus on living longer and focus on that every day. So do activities like I'm doing right now. Look at that little hole. It's a cool little, I don't know what that's called, but the water gets in there and it starts to circulate and it forms that little hole over what could be millions of years, or if this sediment was softer at one time, then it would carve out things like this very quickly. And I believe that at one time, much of this sediment around that you see was in a different state. I do believe it was much, much softer. So things like this could be carved out very quickly. I don't believe it takes millions of years. Let's move over here. There's another little one, little tiny hole right there. And things like the Grand Canyon could be formed in just a couple of months if the sediment was much, much softer, if it wasn't completely rock. And that is what I believe. Look at that one. You can see the two caves up there. They're not real caves, but they are recessed areas. They go back in there just a few feet, maybe 6-7 feet. I've been up there, and I've had buddies that have jumped off from there and from there. And I said, hell no, I'm not going to jump off. No way. Whew. Whew. So that water does go very deep. And people have gotten lost in there, have jumped off the falls, and they've never come out. And underneath those waters, there's caves that go for miles. It goes miles under there, all underneath this whole town. Because they actually, but yeah. There's other caves in this town as well. Look at those cliffs. There's not any good fossils in there though. Look at that. Guess we could come down there. There we go. But yes, guys, you got to constantly think about your health and longevity, okay? I mean, cancer will affect you almost certainly if you don't stand against it, okay? You've got to stand against cancer. There's people that say, oh, if we fight cancer, the Red Cross or whatever the hell that thing is, that little pink ribbon or whatever, these organizations that say that they fight cancer when all they do is research drugs. You can keep your body virtually cancer-free just by healthy diet and exercise, okay? Not all genetics. Oh, I have cancer. Cancer's genetic. No. Some people, yes, they may genetically have a weaker immune system, so the cancer is allowed to spread more quickly, you know, for sure. People may be compromised with different diseases. There's all kinds of reasons, but in terms of genetics, just ignore your genetics, okay? Tom Platz, he always believed he had poor genetics for legs, but he developed some of the best legs ever in the history of bodybuilding, okay? And Tom Platz said, you know, he said, screw my genetics. And he got jacked anyways, anyhow. So, some of the ways to fight cancer are by having broccoli, which has sulforaphane in it, which is a major, potent cancer fighter, sulforaphane, okay? So broccoli, Brussels sprouts. Another thing you should do is take wheatgrass juice. Studies have shown that it's had positive results. It has killed cancer cells. And generally speaking, you know, people that eat really healthy diets, and they don't really get that sick. Every once in a while, yes. But yeah. It's a really great place to chill out. All right, guys, I'm going to catch you in the next video. Remember to go over to YouTube as well. And if you do want to take advantage of any of my services, then join the Patreon. All right, so we'll see you later, guys. Eat healthy and work out. Goodbye.